Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I so appreciate your attendance today. We are celebrating Juneteenth by bringing you an amazing African dance segment today with our wonderful facilitators, Dionne Monsanto, Desmond, and Atifa. Desmond will be on drums, and Atifa will be dancing along Dionne, and we are just excited to just have them here with us today. But before we get into our featured presentation, we'd like to present a short video on the importance of Juneteenth and what it means just to us here in community as well. So give us one moment while we play this for you.
Juneteenth is an annual holiday celebrated on June 19th, commemorating the end of slavery in the United States. It has been around for over 150 years. It all began on June 19, 1865, when Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, with news that the Civil War was over and that enslaved peoples were to be freed. Even though the Emancipation Proclamation had been issued more than 2 years earlier, it had little effect at the time of signing, as news of the order had not reached the enslaved population of Texas. The first major Juneteenth celebration was held in Austin, Texas in 1867. By 1872, the celebration had been added to a calendar of public events, and that year, Black leaders in Texas purchased 10 acres of land to celebrate Juneteenth. Juneteenth was informally celebrated up until 1980, when Texas became the first state to proclaim Emancipation Day as an official state holiday. Today, nearly all 50 states mark Juneteenth as either a date of observance or a state holiday. Over the years, Juneteenth has been celebrated by Black Americans all over the country in many different ways. On many occasions, an assortment of red foods and drinks are prepared to symbolize perseverance, but celebrations can range from small family gatherings and backyard barbecues to grand festivals and parades featuring exhibitions of African American music, literature, dance, and more. More can be done to further support Juneteenth, such as local and state governments formally recognizing the history and culture of the day, and companies and local businesses incorporating it into their calendars even before it becomes a national holiday. Ultimately, Juneteenth is much more than a holiday. It is a day for Black Americans to celebrate freedom, culture, and heritage, and for everyone to recognize and commemorate this pivotal moment in American history.
Thank you guys so much for watching that presentation on Juneteenth and just, the importance of the holiday and what it means to so many African American and Black Americans and Brown Americans throughout our country. But we just wanted to just note that this holiday has been in effect since June 19th, 1865, 2 years after the actual Emancipation Proclamation was signed, and Union soldiers arrived in Texas, like the video showed us before, and just announced that the Civil War was over and all slaves are free. And this was to more than over 250,000 Blacks that were enslaved within the state of Texas alone at that time. Last year in New York State, Governor Cuomo signed an order making Juneteenth a recognized holiday for state employees. He also urged that as of 2021, we would have this as an official state holiday. Well, great thing. On Thursday, June 17th, President Joe Biden signed legislation making Juneteenth a federal holiday and just enshrining and stamping that June 19th is a national holiday to commemorate the end of slavery in the United States. This law went into effect immediately, making that Friday, June 18th, our first actual federal Juneteenth holiday. President Biden had this to say: all Americans can feel power of this day and learn from our history. Mr. Biden said that the ceremony at the White House, noting that it was the first nationally established holiday since Martin Luther King's birthday was established in 1983. Amida Care is a Medicaid health plan designed to provide care to New Yorkers who live with or are at place with elevated risk of HIV or other complex health condition. As an organization, Amida Care stands proud with communities of color and celebrates Juneteenth as the oldest nationally observed holiday in commemoration of ending slavery, now a federal holiday, of course. We recognize how far we've come and just how much further we must go to fight for equality and justice. Amida Care has always fought for equality in healthcare, and we join with those who mourn and have protested the many loss and killings and senseless killings that have been happening with Black and Brown people due to senseless violence within our communities. Amida Care has always fought for equality in healthcare, and we join with those I'm sorry. We join with those to just stress the importance of institutional racism that creates social and economic and educational inequalities that lead to health disparities, shorten life expectancies for people of color. And it's our responsibility, literally all of our responsibility, to find a way to be a part of the change. We must stand in solidarity and fight against the nation's racism and systemic violence. So we're just pleased today to bring you this Juneteenth African Dance event. This event is also sponsored by New York City Council member Alicka Ampry-Samuel. She's out of the District 41 area in Brooklyn, New York, service in Bedford-Stuyvesant, Ocean Hill, Brownsville, East Flatbush, and the Crown Heights area. So we can't thank Council Member Alicka Ampry-Samuel enough for making today's event possible for you and all of us. And without further ado, we just want to hand it over to Dionne, to Atifa, and to Desmond to just bring us today's African dance session. We're so excited. Dionne, Atifa, Desmond, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So hello everybody and welcome to this Juneteenth celebration. We do hope that you have space somewhere to move. We're going to show you some steps. We'll teach you about the drum. And she gave our names, so just so you know who is who. I am Dionne, this is Atifa, and this is Desmond. How you doing? So all of us have been studying and practicing African dance for most of our lives, quite honestly. So it's really happy to bring it to you. And we're going to start with a dance we call lamba. But there's a few things we want to teach you, because when we do the steps, it's going to be really important that you can count. So we just need to count 1, 2, 3. And I move this so you can see my feet. So if you're somewhere and you can start dancing with us, we'll start with our feet. We'll teach you the break. We'll teach you a song. We'll have some fun, and we'll learn together so we can celebrate together. Please feel free to move and have fun. Even if we can't see you, let the drums carry you. So we're going to start with lamban, which is a social dance now, but it was originally a King's Court dance. As we understand it, just like we have different line dances, different states have different way that they'll do the electric slide or Cupid shuffle, or whatever line dance you have. Different countries in Africa would do it differently. So we're teaching you what we learned that hailed from Mali. So we'll get started. There we go. All right, so we're just starting with a 1, 2, 3 with your feet. So lift your feet and we alternate. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to keep talking to you, and the feet are still moving in this 3 steps. You'll hear bells in the background. Our phenomenal percussionist always has tricks up his sleeve for us. Now our arms are going to move as well. So we're just going to take both arms up in the same motion. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So we're just keeping that. Now I'm not saying the 1, 2, 3, but you're counting it, and your feet keep moving. And the arms can go to the side as well. You can change the arms in different ways. We can do the arms diagonal, but it's still the same 1, 2, 3. So that's one step that we'll start with. And so you can hear the richness and the power of the djembe that Desmond is going to play. And then we're going to do another step. So I see some of you moving. Good job. I'm glad you got that. So what I want you to hear before he teaches you about the drum, because we're gonna do a few steps and put them together, is when he plays the drum, it's going to sound really powerful, and he's gonna give us a hint on when we change steps. So I'm gonna let him show you the break, and then I'm gonna show you a different step to go along with that.
All right, everybody. So for Lamba, the break is. So when you hear that, that's the audio cue to start the rhythm, the next audio cue for you to change your steps, and it can be an audio cue for you to stop the dance and stop the music as well. So again, for Lamba, it's.
And that's when we know to move. So it's always a conversation between the dancers and the drummer. So we communicate, and that's a sound cue. So if you've ever seen a performance and you're like, how do they know when to move? How do they know when to change? We're listening for a cue from the drum. So the second step we're going to do is a walk step. So we did 1, 2, 3 in place. So we're just going to walk to one direction and walk to the other direction, still in the 3-step. So if our first step was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We listen to Desmond, he plays a break, and then we're gonna walk to the right and then walk to the left. So I snuck another step on you. So we got 3 steps so far. I snuck that one in, but it's almost like a rest step. But make sure your arms are moving and you can take up space when you walk. Because when you think of it, when you walk on the street, your arms are not stuck to your side. There's a sway that carries you as you walk, whether you have a bag in your hand. So it's the same sway going to one side and then to the other side. So we did 3 steps because after we walked, we just kind of pushed the hips forward and back. This is a dance for all genders, so don't feel any sort of way, male, female, non-binary. Make sure that your hips sway as you move and then you switch sides and your arms carry you. So we're going to do those 3 steps, and then we're going to teach you a song that goes along with it, because we like to wrap them all together, because culturally there's a song, there's a rhythm, there's a dance, and they all come together. So we like to give it to you the way we learned it. So just doing those 3 steps, and we'll have Desmond's going to play slow, so we'll wait for him, and we're going to start with those 3 steps. Thank you very much. I applaud you as well. So those were just 3 steps, but there's a song that goes along with it so you can catch your breath. The song we picked today, I don't know which language we're singing in, so please bear with us, but we are asking the griot, the elder and the storyteller that holds the oral history of our community, to tell us a story. So as we were joking about it, you wouldn't go to your grandmother and say, "Grandma, I'm hungry, give me some food." So you have to make your voice sweet, and you have to ask, and it has to sound good, because you want the elder in your community to come forth with this story. Maybe you want to hear about your father the carpenter and how he used to make things, or how your grandmother made the best potato salad ever, or whatever that story is in your family that gets passed down when you have gatherings. So we're going to ask the griot, or the storyteller, the Jaliat, to tell us a story. So I'm going to put my hands to myself, and I'm hoping where you are, you're willing to see. Sing strong and wrong. That's how we learn. We make mistakes. So it starts off, ah, jolly, ah, ja, and then you sing. Ah, jolly, ah, ja, Alicka Jaliada. So that's just the first part. Try it, even if you're not sure, because we're just asking. We're asking for a song. So when I go like this, because you're on mute, they're playing in the part that you sing. But we're going to repeat that, and then we'll do a call and response. Ajaliada.
Ajaliada.
Alicka Jaliada. So what we normally have is a call or response. So I'll sing one part and they sing a different part. So and it goes on with another verse. So hear what it sounds like because they know what comes. So bear with us while we do it and then we'll all do it together. Ajaliaja, Alicka Jaliaja. Alicka Jaliada, Alicka Jaliada. So it's two verses, fairly simple, but after that we normally sing. If we were somewhere, we might be walking into the village. I might walk in, I might greet somebody, I say hello to them, see the drummer, see how he's doing, and we're singing and we're greeting each other, and then we would start dancing. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do those same 3 steps and add another one, because you can. You're ready for it, you can do it. If you're not on mute, I will ask you to mute yourself so you can hear us. Ajaliaja, Alicka Jaliada.
Ajaliada,
Alicka Jaliada, Alicka Jaliada. So the name of the dance, Lamba, from West Africa. We're doing a version that we've seen and heard is in Mali, the old Malian Empire. So we're gonna do that again. So as we add on, but I'll show you the last 2 steps I added. So it's 5 steps total. And the last step is you throw one arm, the other arm, bend your knees, come back up. One arm, the other arm, both arms sit, throw the head. One arm, the other arm, both arms sit, throw your head. Yes? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, good. And then the last one is just one arm, and we use that to switch directions because a lot of times we travel. We're staying pretty still here, but we're using this to get some movement. So just one arm swings you and you step back and you travel as you move back. And you look at your arm as it goes behind you. And if somebody were to stop and take a picture, if you notice our hands, when they come back, it's almost like they clap together in the center. And then when he played a break, and then we're done. And now, of course, after you've done that, you know your grandma's gonna give you the baked potatoes, she's gonna give you the potato salad, you're gonna learn the story about the carpenter because you sang and danced so well that they will just have to give it to you. So we're gonna try all 5 of those together, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the drums. Now what we're gonna try to do is do those 5 steps one time, and then we'll do it again 2 times. So when you get to the end, after we do this one, we'll start again from the beginning. So you've got 5 steps. Just to review, this is your first step with the 1, 2, 3. And then your second step is the walk. Walk, 2, 3, switch, walk, 2, 3. Your third step is going to be the hip swaying. Sorry. And then 1, 2, 3. And your arms carry you. Let your arms flow. Your fourth step, we throw the arms. One arm, other arm, both arms sit, throw the head. One arm, other arm, both arms sit, throw your head. And then we're going to switch for our final step, the 5th step. Circle around, circle around, circle around. So wherever you are, you might be able to make a circle in your place so you get some movement. And then that's all 5 steps. So we're going to put that together. And let's see if we can do it 2 times. They can do it, right?
Yes.
They can do it, right?
Yeah,
They got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. We believe in you. We believe in you. All right. We'll give you one. You should have your heart rate going. You should feel your blood moving through your body. We'll probably do the song one more time, but so you can catch your breath, we're going to ask our master drummer, Desmond, to show us a little bit about the drum he's playing for us.
So, how you all doing? So first I wanted to show you and introduce you to the djembe. This is the djembe drum. The djembe is from the Malinke ethnic group in Mali. So Mali in West Africa. So the Malinke, they created this drum. This drum is very important to the community in Mali, to the communities in Guinea, and now all over the world. So in Mali, and then after, through generations, it traveled and moved into Guinea, to Senegal, to Ivory Coast, to Burkina Faso, to Sierra Leone as well. This drum has been important with a lot of events. So I know specifically with Mali and Guinea, this drum is going to be at every major event that you're going to have. So whether it's a wedding, it's a baby naming ceremony, it's somebody's transition, so they're passing, so they're having a funeral. You're having a celebration for the leaders of the community. You have a celebration for your elders. You have a celebration for the children. This drum will be present. So with this drum is a very sacred drum, a very sacred instrument. So they cut it from one tree, they hollow out the inside, and then they use a goat skin, traditionally goat skin, and nowadays they'll also use calf skin or a cow skin, because some players, they like to pull their drum really, really tight and to make it super high. But cow, goat, and calf are usually the skins that will be put on the drum. Back in the day, they used to have a peg system. So they would have wooden pegs and holes in the sides of the drum to help stretch the skin down. Once it came into America, the African American community here decided to tweak it and try to make it more efficient. So we also use mountain climbing rope to be able to tune the drum and tune the skin. So there's a 2-ring system on this drum. So it's 2 metal rings here, the rope around it, and it pulls the drum so the drum can be here. Now with the djembe drum has 3 basic sounds. So with those sounds, you have the bass, you have tone, and you have slap. You have bass, tone, slap. So with those 3 notes, you can make a lot of melodies, a lot of different rhythms and rhythmic patterns. But you have to be able to understand and learn those 3 basic sounds in order to be able to play this drum correctly. So with that, again, this is from the Malinke ethnic group in Mali. It started and created in Mali and then traveled around and now all over the world. So this is the djembe drum. And it's accompanied usually by 3 other drums, the dundumba, the sangba, and the kinkini. Those are the stick drums, and those hold down the full melody. This plays to accompany the melody and the accompanying dancers and to accentuate the dancer's movement. So that is the drum, and that's the information for the music.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. So Desmond, in addition to being a master drummer, is also a dancer as well. But today you're not going to be able to see him perform. This will be his performance, but it is really very wonderful to have a live drum with us. And what you may not have been able to see is there are beautiful carvings and colors on the side of his drums and pegs. So it's a work of art in and of itself, even if it was sitting somewhere on its own. So if we'll do the song again, and then we decided we were going to do cuckoo. So we're going to do another dance, but just to let you catch your breath, because we're stalling and giving you stuff so you can catch your breath and move with us again. It's really important that you move your body and lock these feelings into your body. Get these sounds, so someplace when you hear a break again, you'll be like, oh, I learned that in that Juneteenth class. You hear somebody go, ah, jolly, ah, jolly. I heard that song before. They're talking about an elder. But if you move, like when kids learn something, they're moving, they're playing, they're picking up, they're touching, they learn while they move. So let us ignite our childlike spirit and move together. So we'll sing one more time. We'll do it one time, and then we're going to go through the steps for cuckoo. Yes. Okay. Ah, jolly, ah, da, Alicka, jolly, ah, da. Ah, jolly, ah, da, Alicka, jolly, ah, da. Alicka, jolly, ah, da, Alicka, jolly, ah, da. Alicka, jolly, ah, da, Alicka, jolly, ah, da. Here we go, get ready, get ready. If you have water, have a sip of water, and Atifa will talk us through cuckoo and the few steps that we'll do for cuckoo.
Yes, hi guys, thank you so much for joining. Today I will be teaching you guys cuckoo. Kuku is a dance from Guinea. It is the celebration of the women who were the first fisher women of their community. It was a celebration of their hard work, their dedication, their technique, and just being able to provide for their family, for the community as a whole. You know, fishing you have to get patience. You have to learn these certain techniques in order to get all the fish and, you know, just to feed everyone. Just imagine having to feed 20 to 30, 40 people in your own community. It takes a lot of work and time. And so this dance is one of my favorites. It's upbeat, kind of tempo, so we're gonna just speed it up a bit. But I'm gonna take my time with you guys just to show you a couple of those steps. And as well as the song. The song is a great song. It's a cheering song. From the story I've heard about the song, it was kind of like a hip hip hooray type of song where they would see the women coming in from bringing the fish, and it's like, yes, they're here, so let's sing for them. Also, from what I've learned is that the women, the fisher women were the only ones who had done this dance, and they did it in a circle, and they had performed it, and, well, not really performed it, but, you know, it was just like I guess like a ritual for them and a blessing to bless them on their journey to going fishing. From there on, it became a dance that didn't only just do for women, but it also for men at this moment. And from what I know, it is now done in Senegal, and I want to say in the Ivory Coast. And so, yes, this is Kuku, the celebration of the fisherwoman, and I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to take our time. I'm going to show you the feet first, and then I'll break it down with the arms, going from down to up. Sometimes the feet movement can be a little intense than the arms, all right? So first step, we're gonna take a couple steps. We're gonna take 3 steps, 1, maybe 2, 2, there we go. 1, together, together, left, together, together, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, okay? Very simple. All right? Now next thing, we're gonna take our arms, we're gonna bring it in towards the chest, and we're gonna bring them open, open, close, open, close, open, close. And as you can see, we are leaning to the side that we are walking to. Okay? And going right, and left, and right, and left, and stop. Good. Okay. So, second step. And then after the second step, we're going to have Desmond play the break, because it's a different break. All dances have breaks, but they're different. So I want you to get comfortable with understanding this new break for you guys, okay? Second step, from what I've learned from Desmond, is that this movement was embodying the women bringing in the fishing net full of fish, okay? So I teach it 2 ways. So I'm going to show you one way. One way we usually twist. We twist our hips and our feet, and as you can see, we're picking up our feet. Back, 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 back. Now, if that's not easy, all you can do is march. You go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Now, as you see Miss Dionne, we're gonna pull. So pull, pull, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And as you see, Miss Dionne is twisting and I'm walking. So you have 2 things to do to follow through. 6, 5, 6, 7, and stop. All right? Catch your breath, take a drink or whatever you need. We're going to listen, though, to the break for Kuku.
So for Kuku, it's... That's the break. So again...
Alright, so we're going to actually try it with the music. Got me all ready. Sounding good. All right, you ready? So we're going to try those 2 steps. And then we can go on to the third step, and I'll teach you the song, teach you the last step, and then we'll put it all together, okay? All right, with the music. But a little difficulty, but because where we are. So I'm going to show you from forward, but then I'm also going to turn to the side so you can understand, okay? So what's going to happen is you're going to bend your body a little forward, and you're going to take your right foot, and you're going to go step back, then meet your foot back with your left foot. Then you're going to go to the left foot, back, and together. Other foot, back, together, back, together, a little faster, back, together, back, together, back, together. And as you can see, your body, your upper body is moving up and down, up and down, up. Let's turn to the side now, just so you can see it. Feet are going back, 5, 6, 7, let's go. Right, right, and left. Right, and left, good. Right, and left, right, and left, and stop. Good. Now, the arms. We're going to take our right arm, and we're going to raise it up. As you see, our left arm is going back, then middle. Left arm back, and right arm up, and knee. Left arm, and knee. Again. Right, knee. Left, knee. Right, knee. Left, and knee. Good. Now, we're going to, when we bring our left foot back, right arm is, when we bring our right foot back, right arm is coming up and together. Left side, left, together. So it's like this, half of your body is moving together. Think about yourself being kind of like sliced in half. Together. Left, together. Right? Together, great. Now we're gonna move. Ready? A little faster. Here we go. And right. And left. And right. Good. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. And stop. Great. Great. Song. Yeah. So the song, remember I kind of said it's kind of like a hip hip hooray type of song, okay? So my kids, my students, they love this song because you're excited. You're excited to see, you know, and also if you think about it, a lot of the women who were the fisherwomen were either aunties, mothers, you know, they've been away for quite a while, so they're like, oh, this is great to see them back, you know? So we can sing. You're gonna say a kuku-aye. Well, I'm gonna say kuku-aye. So I'm gonna point myself, I'm gonna say kuku-aye. And you guys, they will respond saying, aye. Then I'm gonna say kuku-ayo. They're gonna say ayo. Then I'm gonna say kuku-aye manseya. They say ku-ku. Okay, we'll try it again. A kuku-aye.
Aye.
A kuku-ayo.
Ayo.
A kuku-aye manseya.
Ku-ku.
A kuku-aye.
Aye.
A kuku-ayo.
Ayo.
A kuku-aye manseya.
Ku-ku.
A kuku-aye.
Aye.
A kuku-ayo.
Ayo.
A kuku-aye manseya. On the once you start the song, the music just takes over and you're just like, let's get it. So we're gonna give you one more step and then we're gonna add it all together, okay? This one, we're gonna bend our knees and we're gonna take our right leg and we're just gonna point the toe. It's kind of like you're on the ball of your foot. You bring it in, then settle it down. In, then settle down. Ball and flat, ball, flat. Then a 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. And as you can see, our upper body's going side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now our hands. We have our hands our arms are slightly bent. And for me, I like to say we're kind of like cleaning something off, or you're brushing it off. Blah, blah, blah. And hands are flat. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Now we're going to add that together. Let's bend our knees. Hands are situated. We're going to start with our right foot. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, let's, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5. And we are finished. That is cuckoo. Very good. All right, so we have, that's what, four steps? Yeah. So we're going to add that all together. We're going to sing song. We're going to go through all 4 steps. And say it again. Review the steps. And review the steps. So we're going to do it right now. Yeah. So first step, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring the arms back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last step down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 5. All right? Yes, great job, y'all. See you guys up there. Very good. All right, so let's get started. We're going to go from the top with the song. Here we go. 5, 6. Akukuaye! Aye! Akukuaye! Aye! Akukuaye! Mansia! Akuku! Akukuaye! Aye! Akukuaye! Aye! Akukuaye! Mansia! Yes. Yes. Amazing. Yes. I see you up there. Amazing, guys. Thank you.
So Atifa also been dancing since she could walk. Both of them been dancing since they could walk and talk, dancing and drumming. So thank you, Atifa. Thank you, Desmond.
Always a pleasure.
We want to give you a couple of minutes. If you have questions, you can ask questions. You can type them in the chat. Sandrine will let us know. Otherwise, you can catch your breath, and we're just going to close out with doing them both again, because you learned 2 different dances. We did 5 steps for lambang, and you did 4 steps for kuku. So, and both of them are celebratory dances, but we looked at the historical context of where they first started to where they are now in the world. And you also learned about our beautiful djembe. So you got a lot of content, a lot floating around in your head. So if you have any questions, I'll pause for a minute, and then we'll go again.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dionne, Atifa, and Desmond. Oh my goodness, I'm still trying to catch my breath. I love the fact that now I feel like I have my own dance moves that I can, really put it to. So hopefully, if I'm out somewhere I could maybe, get a dance in. So while we're waiting on questions, we just wanted to take this time to thank you guys so much for making it fun, easy, and educational. It was really a pleasure, and I am so psyched to, try my own moves that you guys have taught me today. You guys did an amazing, amazing job. So guys, feel free to come off mute if you want to ask a question to Desmond, to Dionne, to Atifa. I want to know where they got their amazing outfits from, but we'll wait till maybe later for that. But if you have any...
If somebody has a question, we'll let you know. This one was a gift. So we do have some people that come to New York. We're in New York, all of us, New York City. So someone brought this in. It was made in Senegal, and there's lots of weaving in the pattern, and it's a butterfly print. So mine I bought from a vendor that made it in Senegal and brought it to New York to sell.
This one was actually passed on to from my mom to me. So this is one of my mom's original dance pieces, and this was actually made at a tailor. We have a tailor out on 125th and Madison Avenue named Babacar Fall. And so again, 125th and Madison Avenue, and he makes whatever you want, and he has so many fabrics. So.
You see how she snuck that in there?
I love that. I love that.
Her mother's a dancer, so she's got legacy with the dance thing going on.
She's known me since I was this little.
That is so amazing. And this is just bringing out the importance of Juneteenth. And I'm just so excited. We literally just are days off of an official federal holiday. So we are thankful, and we're thankful to Councilmember Alicka Ampry-Samuel as well for just sponsoring today's event. Alicka is the 41st District Council member out of Brooklyn, New York. So we thank her for putting on community events like this one, which are not just teaching wellness, but giving us an education in the process and a nice exercise. It was a real good exercise. Desmond, I don't want to take away your shine. I see those beads on your foot. I have been admiring it throughout the dance session. Thank you so much.
And these beads, if I'm not mistaken, these are from Togo, but I got them at the West African Market on 116th and Lenox. This Batakari I have is from Ghana, but it was a gift for me from one of my brothers doing the performance with him. He let me have it after we finished the show.
I love it. I love it.
And these bells, I want to say these bells are, they're Indian made, and it just helps if I'm playing djembe by myself, because remember, djembe is not an instrument that is solo. It's always with a family of other instruments, because by itself it's great, but it really shines with all the other instruments so that it can show its true nature. So when I'm playing by myself, the bells at least help fill up some of the space inside of the music as well.
Awesome. Thank you. And I have been loving the bells. So there weren't any questions in the chat and no one came off mute. So I'm going to turn it back to you guys just to close us out and give us an amazing dance piece. Thank you again.
Thank you.
No problem.
Well, we just want to close out with doing these two dances again. And you have the option because, as she said, we know it's been great exercise for you and we've been doing this for a while and it definitely fills our heart and it brings me joy. To be quite honest, if I am not feeling well or if I am sad, dance is what I will do to bring myself joy. I want to move whatever stuck feeling and sad feeling out of my body, so I dance to bring joy. So we'll do lamba and kuku again for you. You can join us if you like, but we'll do it, and we might do it with a little bit more energy because we were trying to do it with the steps, so you can see if you are 95 or 2 years old, there's space for you in African dance. You don't have to lift your legs as high, you don't have to kick, it can be subtle, but you can still do the steps in your way. So please, I hope you join us. Thank you for being here, and we're going to take it off with Desmond, and we'll do lamba and then kuku.
Go.
Thank you guys so much. I just love the energy, the feel of it. We just like to thank everyone for joining us today for our Juneteenth African Dance community dance session. I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned something new. I know I did. We definitely got some moves to push forward. We'd like to thank Dionne, Desmond, and Atifa just for bringing us their talent, skills, time, and just wisdom and education and resources in community where we can get outfits and beads and so much more. So I cannot thank Council Member Alicka Ampry-Samuel enough. District 41 in Brooklyn for putting on this free wellness event today for our community, celebrating Juneteenth, bringing forth African dance, and just great education around it. This is part of our Amida Care Live Your Life Wellness Program, which is just promoting healthy living while having fun in the process. And I definitely had fun. I feel like a big kid today right now. Thank you so much. We're getting kudos and thanks in the chat. You guys were awesome. Thank you again. And everyone have a blessed day. Be well, be safe, and enjoy this summer. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Welcome. It was a beautiful presentation.
Oh, thank you.